Hey everybody, it's Jenny here from the Jenny Pincher, and today I'm going to give you some tips on budgeting your money. 5 simple tips to save money around the house. You may be surprised that it actually is easy to find money in your budget. By making a few little tweaks to things you're already paying for, you can generate big savings. Most of us sign up for things and never pay attention to it again, so revisiting those plans and programs you have signed up for may help you find extra money in your budget. So let's take a look at some of those areas. The first one is cell phones. No matter what, it seems like anytime you sign up for a cell phone, the first bill you get is never what you thought it was going to be. It's always more for some reason, and these bills always seem to have a catch to them. And I think they do this in hopes that they can, it'll be confusing to people and they'll just give up and just pay the bill and be done with it. But have you looked at your bill lately? And if you haven't, now would be the time to do that and see if there's things on your bill that you're being charged for that maybe you didn't realize, or you're charged for more than you actually thought you were being charged for. You can also take a look at changing your plan. Cell phone carriers often come out with different plan structures and different pricing, so you might find that your needs are different, and you can, by changing plans, you can save money. Another thing you can do is, if you have a cell phone plan that has extra lines, if you aren't using those lines anymore, removing them can help reduce your cell phone bill. The next area is landline phones, and I had to ask myself, do people still have home phones? And when I say that, I'm just kidding. I know they do. I actually do not have a home phone line. It's just not something that I feel I need. But if you do have one, do you use it? And if you do use it, do you have what the cell phone or the home phone companies like to call a bundled package, where basically, you have things like call waiting, caller ID bundled into the plan, and they don't really give you a breakdown of what those things are separately, but they like to tell you that you're getting the best deal if they're bundled together. So if you do have those, do you actually use them? Because it might be cheaper to remove some of those features like the caller ID or call waiting and just go with a simple phone line. The next thing we'll talk about is your cable bill. Do you have a huge cable bill? And if you do, how much time do you actually spend watching TV each week? Most of us are so busy, we don't have a lot of time to watch TV, but yet we're still paying these huge cable bills. So consider removing your premium channels or just canceling your cable altogether to save money. You can rent DVDs from the library for free, or try things like Redbox, where you can rent movies for $1, or Netflix, which has subscriptions around $9 a month. Your utilities is another way you can possibly save money in your budget. You can check in and see if your electric or gas company offers what's called something along the lines of an average monthly billing. In my area, it's called budget billing, and basically what I do is I pay an average of my utility bills all year long. So in the peak times, such as the heat of summer and the cold of winter, I'm not seeing these huge spikes in my utility bills because I'm on budget billing. So what happens though, then on the ones that are on the more times of the year where it's more mild and I'm maybe not running my air conditioner or heat, I am still paying that same amount, but it's an average all year long. And just remember, if you do use this, that sometimes you may, while you're getting started and figuring out what your average billing is, if you do go over what the average bill is, you will have to pay that at the end of the cycle. So just make sure that you check your bill each month, and you can kind of monitor if you're ahead or behind by a big amount. Insurance is another area you can take a look at. Have you shopped your rates for your home and auto insurance lately, or have you discussed coverage with your insurance agent? Sometimes our needs change, and maybe what we needed a couple years ago isn't the same thing that we need now. So this is another area you might find you can save money. You could also change deductibles, increase your deductibles. Sometimes that will help save money on insurance premiums. Just remember, never sacrifice your coverage just to save a few dollars each month, because it's definitely not worth it. So I have some action steps for you. I'd like you in the next week to think about what is one thing you can do to save money. The 5 things we've talked about, is there anything you can do to at least check and see if you can save money in your budget? And if you do find that you can, instead of spending the money, put that money towards paying off debt or increase your savings account so you can start building your emergency fund. If you'd like more information or you want some more tips, you can visit my website at The Jenny Pincher, and that is thejennypincher.com, where you can find more information. Thanks everyone.